Hi there. Thanks for calling. You've reached Bob and Georgia Production, LLC. We're probably out creating something amazing right now or chatting with another awesome client. So don't worry. Please leave your name, number, and a brief message, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. And don't forget that we translate ideas into epic cinematic experiences.
Hey, little niece. How you doing? It's your Uncle Johnny. I know I should have called. It's like a no call, no show, but I'm the head intern and I'm trying. So what happened when I went to Miss KK Mama's house that night? After the show, my head was down and I was really, really hungry. I got there. She had the plates glistening with that delicious food. I was ready to eat all those delectable delights. But as I was eating them, she asked me, did I know a gentleman named Leophis? That was my buddy. He passed away. And yes, the same one that tried to set your boy up. And she also let me know Miss KK is his goddaughter. Yeah, I didn't even know that. But as I was dipping my cornbread in my lima beans, she was saying he just didn't want me around Miss KK. When he seen me and her at the fair, his blood was boiling. He the one went up there and came up with all those false tales. But things happen for a reason. Your Uncle Johnny free. And I was sitting in the house as I was chopping up the last little bit. Her mama asked me these powerful words. She asked me, what is my intentions with Miss KK? Because even though she's of age, she's mature, just like a farm and a farmer. Sometimes you got to let the field grow before you infest it with worms. I know what she meant, but I was too busy sopping up these beans with that cornbread. And yes, that chicken was on point. It was crispy. After all that, I heard what she said, but my main focus was on that pound cake with that white icing. I seen that ice cream in the sink, but she thought she was hiding it for a later dessert. But you know, Uncle Johnny know what pound cake and ice cream do to you, boy. So after I'm listening to everything she's saying, she think I'm not paying attention, and she came out of her mouth saying these biblical words. Johnny, would you like to have prayer with me? I sat here, I rubbed the bread around the bowl, constantly trying to get all those juices out. I then looked down and I seen it was a good book. I said, yes, we can have a little prayer. The harder she prayed, the more she sweat. After all that, she said, Johnny, come back into the kitchen. But as I'm walking from the living room to the kitchen, I noticed she had a red piece of fabric over a light. I said, this don't look like prayer to me. After I realized what was going on, I said, hey, do you think you can do me a favor? She said, before you do that, take my words of what I'm saying, Johnny. I understand you might want my daughter, but let her live her life. Let her grow. I understand you're a good guy, but at the same time, some good guys need a bad woman. And my feel is always here for you, Johnny. I say, hold on 1 minute. Can you do me a favor? Let me get 2 more scoops of them beans and 1 more piece of the cornbread, and we can have this discussion. But at the same time, you think I can use your bathroom? She said, sure. She took 1 scoop. She took another scoop, and I seen that pot liquor pouring out of that spoon as it going into the bowl. She said, but do me a favor, buddy. Give me your shoes, because we ain't done talking. After all that, I went to the bathroom, and I looked Turn on the sink. I sat on the toilet, pulled down the lid, and I'm thinking to myself, what did I get myself into this time? I looked out of the window, down the alley, and I said, this cannot be that bad of a fall because I do not want Miss KK Mama. I changed my ways just a little bit. I'm the head of something important, and I mean the head. I'm trying to prove myself to little niece, and I'm thinking about everything I'm doing right now. She got my shoes, but I got my phone. I got her plate of food, and I got her cup. I know this ground ain't gonna hurt your Uncle Johnny that bad. So I dangled out of the window just a bit, and I finally hit the ground. But I didn't drop my beans. That's why I'm calling you, little niece. I know it's a little late at night, but I realize I keep getting myself into all of these situations. So right now, I'm in the warehouse going through some stuff, and I'm going to get a shoulder rig to prove to you your Uncle Johnny changed. I know y'all gave me a chance to be the moderator, and I'm still going to do that, even though I have good intentions for Miss KK. But I think it's time for me to go and grow. I'm going to go out here and roll some beef footage, get some shots, meet some people. And at the same time, when January comes, we're going to be able to go like we never went before. But at the same time, I wish I could have talked to you and let you know that I got your shoulder rig. Tell my nephew I love him. I'm doing better. I'm making wiser decisions, and I'm keeping the plate. So your Uncle Johnny loves you, and y'all have a good one. And at the same time, can you send me my last check? It's not my last check, okay? Because I know we did the paperwork and everything, and I got the card so I can get paid. So you got to keep me on payroll so I can keep getting paid while I'm out here doing what I'm doing, okay? So just know, if you got my phone number, if you need anything, just let me know, okay? Uncle Johnny loves you, and y'all have a good one. Bye.